Previously on The Amazing Spider-Man, after breaking up with Paul, MJ goes to check on Peter as recently Peter got defeated by a mysterious villain, Hellgate. But this changed him. He doesn't care anymore what's happening to the world. Shocker and his army are destroying everything, looting innocent people. But instead of stopping them, Peter simply ignores them. He is keeping his distance from his friends and family members, only focusing on his personal life and to his new job. So Aunt May convinces MJ to check on Peter. She came to his apartment, tries to bond with him. MJ also reveals that she is the current host of the Venom symbiote, but it seems Peter doesn't care at all. He doesn't have time for this, and he rejects both MJ and Venom, telling them they are made for each other, and he slams the door in front of their face. But unknown to her, that wasn't Peter Parker, it was Ben Reilly, Peter's clone. He is trying to show the world that Peter is still here, and on the other side, there is another Spider-Man with glowing red eye, wearing bracelets. He is brutalizing the criminals. He even gets confronted by the other spider heroes, but in the end, when he removes his mask, it reveals Norman Osborn, who is also proving the world that Spider-Man is still here to protect his city. Maybe his method is brutal, but he is keeping his city safe, and the real Peter Parker is in outer space. He is eating rats, trying to survive the days, but then he is found by a mysterious scientist, Dr. Xanto Starblood, who is helping Peter to get more stronger so he can defeat Hellgate. But soon he finds out this scientist is experimenting on living alien beings, and Peter can't live with that. He demands the scientist to release them quickly, and they engage in a fight. But then Peter finds a flexi suit. It gives him immense strength, and with it, he defeats the scientist and rescues all the captured aliens. And one of them is Rocket Raccoon and another symbiote named Symbi. And it seems Peter has created his own Guardians of Galaxy. And with this team, they also defeat Thanos' army, the Black Order, and its member, the Black Dwarf. So after that, Peter decides to release every alien beings that Xanto captured back to their own world. But Peter's desire to get stronger is still remains, and he wants Xanto's help to make him stronger so that he can return to Earth and challenge Hellgate. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 15 of Amazing Spider-Man. You can get the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up at Aunt May's house. After being in space for so many years, Peter somehow returns to Earth, and the first thing he does is to hug his aunt. He apologizes to May for not able to contact her. Peter gets emotional. He wants to tell her everything, but then the mysterious villain Hellgate appears, and he burns May right in front of Peter's eyes. He is helplessly watching her dying, and then he wakes up in scream. Peter was having a nightmare, and he is still in space. Hearing the scream, Rocket Raccoon shows up, asking his boss what is happening. Peter hates calling him boss, but then he notices the big gun that Rocket is carrying, and soon Peter finds out the reason. Their ship is surrounded by the Galactic patrol of the Din-Wicked planet, and soon they are summoned in front of their king. It seems they are after Rocket. They owe him a large amount of money, and as in the recent fight with the Black Order, they put a bounty on Rocket, which means he's going to die soon. So before that, they want their money back. Rocket tries to convince the king that he was working on that, but then he was kidnapped by this evil maniac, Xanto, and after that, he is being used by this fool, Spider-Man. But the king doesn't convince. He wants the money right now. Peter talks with the king. He convinces them that there should be another way to spare Rocket's life. So the king comes up with a plan. They have to join in an interdimensional fighting contest, and their opponent will be the giant creature called Betty. Seeing it, everyone backs off except Peter. He wants to settle this and leave this planet as quickly as possible. He agrees to fight the beast, and this fight will be broadcasted all over the galaxy. Peter prepares himself. He is ready to engage, but then one of his team members, Raelith, asks Peter why he is doing this, risking his own life for this little creature. So Peter says Rocket needs help, and he is too proud to ask for it. Peter goes into the arena, but there is something that Xanto didn't tell Peter about his suit, and soon Peter is going to find that out. During the fight, the king places bidding on the challengers, and then he announces the bid on Spidey's Technarch suit. Peter gets surprised, but as he is distracted, the alien catches him off guard. It punches him to the wall. Peter thinks for a moment, and then he figures out the suit he is wearing is actually alive. Peter can't believe that he is enslaving an alien being into his suit. Xanto told him a lie, so Peter decides to free this suit right now. He asks Xanto to tell him the procedure. Xanto says all he has to do is to say reboot, but he tries to convince Peter that he is doing great. This suit is giving him immense strength. With it, he can deal with this creature, but Peter denies and he says the word reboot. But suddenly he gets stuck. He can't able to move his body and the creature takes the opportunity and devours Peter inside his body. In the dark, Peter feels something, and then he sees a glimpse of vision. The Technarch also sees the entire history of Spider-Man, how he got his powers, his suffering, and then he's fighting with the Hellgate. And then Peter sees the Technarch, which is bonded with him, is cast out from his group. He was drifting through the space for hundreds of years, and one day Xanto found him and used his body for his own science project. And the Technarch sees Hellgate is brutalizing Peter. He is at the brink of death, but instead of killing him, Hellgate sent Peter far away from the Earth in a deserted alien planet, and before leaving, he threatened Peter if he ever returned to Earth, Hellgate will end all of his loved ones. And then the Technarch helps Peter to get out of the creature's mouth. Peter apologizes that he bored him. The team gets relieved that Spidey is alive, and they also join the fight. Peter doesn't know what to do now, so the Technarch shares a portion of him with Peter, and he places himself on top of the creature, manipulates it against its own king. Rocket tries to settle things with the king, but Peter grabs him, stopping Rocket from killing that king. Later, they all escape from that planet, and Xanto is helping Peter, but he is surprised. He tells Peter the Technarch was a willing participant in his experiment. It would have helped him a lot in his journey, but Peter says he has a complicated history with alien suits, and also he saw his memories. He doesn't want to use him for his own benefits. So Xanto says this universe is big. Not everyone thinks as humans. The definition of morality is different to others. But then Rocket enters. He is pissed that Peter is working with Xanto, the maniac who captured them, experiment on them for his own needs. Peter tries to convince him, but then he is being pulled into a corner. It is Raelith. She comes closer to Peter. She has a doubt. She wants to know why Peter gave up strength and chose the freedom of the other alien beings. So Peter says this was the right thing to do. She would have done the same. And then she kisses Peter. He also gets shocked, but suddenly she backs off. She says sorry. She didn't have the permission. But then Peter says she has the permission if she wants, and the two come closer. Peter is off planet and he has a plenty of time to enjoy his life, and they spend a wonderful moment together, a possible hot girlfriend in Peter's life. But there is a doubt. I fear that in the end, this Raelith alien revealed to be a villain who is plotting against Peter, and our boy will end up as a loser. But somehow, he gets every hot girls in this entire galaxy. And it also reveals another alien being, the one who told Hellgate not to kill Peter, is watching over him. And with this, the chapter 15 of The Amazing Spider-Man comes to a close. So what are your thoughts on this Raelith alien? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this one, then please subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.